peace. Peace to the tribe. I'm going to let everyone come on in. All right, peace, wholeness, love, and light to the tribe. All right, how's everybody feeling right now? Y'all excuse me. Okay, we're pushing through some shifts right now. We're pushing through some things right now, okay, y'all? Like, wow. The only thing that I can say is we have officially quantum leaped, okay? Everything in this realm of existence have shifted, okay? I know y'all see the weather changes, everything in the weather. Okay, it's supposed to be summertime. Why is it still raining in certain places? Why is it still like in America? Like, why is things flooded? Okay, that is the shift. That this is the shift we've been waiting for, right? It's happening right before our eyes. We didn't think we were gonna see it, right? But it's happening right now, okay? And with this shift, with this quantum leap, comes ascension symptoms. I had to get on here. My spirit made me get up to talk about this today because I'm going through ascension symptoms. Like yesterday, but I got to take it back because even before yesterday, the day before yesterday, my ears have been ringing all week, right? So they've been ringing all week. I had a migraine out of this world. The very next day, I got the chills. I got flu-like symptoms. I mean, body aches. It was wild. I did my whole herbs, right? I drank my tea. I bounced back to the day, but I'm still like congested, right? So when I woke up, this rising spirit was like, go, do you feel better? Like, I'm like, yeah, I feel better. Spirit's like, well, you gotta go and talk to the collective about this energy, because we're in the midst of it right now, right? Peace. Peace to the tribe. Peace, you guys. But yeah, we're in the midst of it right now. And what it feels like the best way that I can describe it is where it felt like I was underwater. Like the head pressure, my ears, like it just felt like we were underwater. Like literally as all of this rain is getting poured onto the earth, right? If you were at Stone Mountain, if you were in Atlanta, Georgia on the 28th, you already know it's stormed, and it stormed because of the energy that was there, right? Not only did it storm there, it stormed in Houston, right? There's things going on at Lake Lanier, right? There's things going on with groups of people um being sacrificed. We're just gonna put it like that because it is what it is. But in so many words, the ancestors are here, right? That my ears is still ringing, like loud. Is anybody else ears been ringing? Is anybody else having ascension symptoms? Right? Ears ringing, tired, groggy, irritated, itchy, headache, head pressure, sinus pressure, right? Then on the flip side, you feel blissful, you feel energetic, you feel high, you feel good, you feel tapped in, right? There's polarity to it. But I feel like a lot of people are purging right now, releasing right now. Body sweats, body aches, right? Those dreams, lucid dreaming, right? There's a lot of things that goes into this energy, and it's all for the quantum leap. He said, I've been itchy, hot and cold, my ears, big ringing, vivid dreams. Yeah. Okay, now we are in the midst of a huge energetic shift in a huge quantum leap. We have already quantum leaped spiritually, right? But now this is where our physical bodies adjust to those changes, right? It's all in a Schumann resonance. Does anybody know what the Schumann resonance is? With the birds chirping. This is the Schumann resonance. Okay. Normally, the Schumann resonance is like this. It's blank, it's blue, it's chill on a chill day. This is what it's been looking like for the past 3 days. It's been going off all week. And this is basically when the Schumann resonance spikes, this is the frequency of the earth that is shifting, right? So the grid, the core of the earth is being electromagnetically charged up, right? So this goes back into science, right? And not only y'all see what this look like. This look crazy. Look at that. It's up, it's down, it's left, it's right, it's round and round, it's lit up, lit, right? So let me get into all right, the Schumann resonance. The Schumann resonance is a set of electromagnetic frequencies primarily centered at 7.83 hertz that exist in the Earth atmosphere between the surface of the ionosphere. The frequencies are created by lightning discharges and are considered a global electromagnetic resonance. Some people believe it may have positive effects on human health and well-being. Well, it does. This is just AI. AI don't really like to get into the spiritual stuff, right? Because that's where the true tapped in ones come into play, right? So we already know that whatever happens on this earth grid is affecting us, right? Let's just say if there's a fire on earth, it's going to affect us, right? The smoke, the fire, the clearing, if the lightning that's being shot down is charging up the electromagnetic grid, which therefore charges us up, which is why right now is a very good time to ground yourself. Take off your shoes, right? Put the bare soles of your feet on the ground, on the grass, hug a tree, right? So you can release the energy and the energy goes through you pure, right? You're just a pure channel of light and it just seeps through easily, right? So yeah, we're in the midst of a huge quantum shift. Another thing with this whole electromagnetic energy is this Uranus going into Gemini. I did my breakdown on that. If you guys haven't checked that out, I suggest that you do. I did 2 thorough breakdowns. I did the Uranus and Gemini, and then I did the 7-7 portal because they're on the same day, right? It's 2 different frequencies, but it's tied in together, right? So not only is this a generational shift, this is something that is divine with that 7-7, right? It's aligned for this change. We've been waiting for these changes, and the ancestors are making themselves present and known right now. Okay? So this is where we just kind of sit back and embrace the changes of the earth, embrace the changes of ourselves, listen to your body as your body is going to continuously talk to you, tell you things. Um, he said, I think we are upgrading along with the earth. That's exactly what happened. That's exactly what's happening. And it's not only the earth, it's the universe, right? People want to keep talking about this golden age, golden age, golden age, right? We're in the midst of a golden age. We're in the midst of a shift, right? But if you know anything about the golden age, you know that there's a trajectory that the universe goes into and it goes up. The universe goes up. The Milky Way galaxy goes up, right? So as things are going up, being pulled up, what happens? Things have to fall, things have to release, things have to shed, right? Things are being purged, things are being cleansed. And it's not only within it's so many levels to this because it's a universal thing, it's a galactic thing, it is a earth thing, it is a us thing, right? So not only is the earth purging and shedding and cleansing and detoxing, which we're seeing right now, right? Japan earthquakes, we're seeing certain countries at war, right? Here in the US, there's major floods, right? That is a cleansing that is happening, right? A lot of us are going through purging symptoms, right? Whether that's releasing old people, releasing old things, being sick, that is the way that the body purges and cleanses itself, sweating out, right? Purification, right? That summer. And it's all making sense now as to why this is happening right now, because this is the summer. The summer. This is where the summer solstice, the sun, right? And what is the sun? The sun is fire. What does fire do? The fire purification, right? Purge from the inside. The fire from within is being cleansed and purged, and that is us, right? So not only is the earth being upgraded, we are too. But what comes with upgrades? There is a release of that old programming, a release of that old system, right? As we watch this system fall, we're watching the system of everything fall, right? How many of y'all feeling like y'all been going through a rebirth, the upgrade, a change, a shift? You can't really explain what's going on, but you just feel different. Like, today I woke up feeling so different. Like, I've been feeling high. Like, and I'm like, I ain't spoke nothing. I don't even smoke. Look, I don't even smoke. I don't know what's going on. But it just feels different. The air feels different. The sun feels different. There is a shift we are going through. It's an energetic shift. Down to the DNA, down to the core, down to your cells. Right? So I don't know, y'all. I just want to come on here and talk about that. Like, spirit was calling me to deep dive on this energy, because we're gonna see a lot of changes within ourselves, right? The way how we eat, the way how we consume, the way how we think, the way how we feel, the way how we express ourselves. And this is going to have a ripple effect on the earth, on the collective, as above so below, as within so without, right? So there is a ripple effect that is happening within the cosmos that is affecting us here now, right? We just have to tune into the frequency and align ourselves with that frequency and embrace it, as we are integrating a lot of different changes right now, right? And you may not see it all at once, but you will feel it, right? Because I don't know, y'all. It's just like I could just feel the shift. I feel the change. Is something here. It's something in the atmosphere. It's something in the air, right? I could feel it in the air, right? And it's not even a sense to place blame on things outside of us, right? Thank you. Appreciate you. Appreciate you so much, goddess. You already know what time it is. You know what time it is. We on divine time, right? We on divine time, and we move when divine say move, right? When our spirit calls us to do something, we do it, right? So we're in the midst of a huge shift. We're in the midst of a huge change. It is going to happen in waves. We are in the first wave of it. Okay? Like I said, y'all might not be able to see it, but you will feel it. You will feel it in your essence. You will feel it in your being. Greetings, peace. Peace to the soul tribe. Shout out to the soul tribe, okay? We got the best conscious community, spiritual community, tapped in, master teachers, master students on this planet, okay? Can't nothing stop us, right? When we come together, like Red Pill said, we form Voltron. We are unstoppable. It is just, it's a beautiful, energetic shift and exchange that happens when we form and we come together, right? We are unstoppable, and it's unlimited possibilities. It's nothing we can't do when we operated together. 1 second, y'all. Yes, baby.
You're doing great at your reading.
Oh, thank you, baby. I'm just talking to the people right now.
Okay.
What's up? You need something?
No, I was just getting
You getting your charger? All right. Well, I love you. We're going to go outside in a second, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Bye.
Yeah, shout out to the Young Life. Shout out to the Star Seeds. Because the Star Seeds came here to teach us something, too. These Star Seeds is different. This generation is different, okay? And they're charging us up. Everything is charged up. Everything is amplified. Everything is on the up and up. Things are taking off to that next level. I missed what y'all said to some of these comments. Let me see what y'all said. You said, Ashe, I think Stone Mountain jumped. Yeah, so what happened was we quantum leaped on Stone Mountain. If you were there, you felt it. Okay. It's no other way to explain it, right? I'm still I'm still high from that experience. I haven't came down and I'm not gonna come down. We haven't came back. We damn near got on the mothership and took off. All right, it is what it is. But it's not only about the people that were there. There was a quantum like convergence that happened on top of that mountain. See, we put that energy into that mountain to, with our best intentions, with love, to transform, to grow, to cleanse, to purge, to purify, right? Anything that was not of love that happened on that mountain, right? But see, what had happened was we activated something much more on that grid, on that mountain, on that crystal that is being transmuted and felt throughout this whole ley line, right? So what do you mean by that, Diamond? There, if you guys check the weather from the 28th to now, you will see weather anomalies all over the globe, right? Like I said, it's supposed to be summer. It's supposed to be hot. Why is it raining? Why is it thundering? Why is it storms? Why is it sandstorms in Las Vegas? Why is it flooding in Texas? Why is Lake Lanier, boats being set on fire and 70 people losing their lives? Why is there people on certain indigenous lands and grounds being sacrificed? Why is there earthquakes in Japan? Why is the earth? Because there is an activation that is happening, right? And it is bigger than us, just like the picture, right? There's a bigger picture that is at play here. And it's for the chosen ones to rise up. And we are being electrically like charged up right now. I'm getting a lot, y'all. I'm getting a lot and I'm trying to process it. So this is where we receive a lot of information, more information than ever. You guys, make sure you're writing down all your ideas, all of your thoughts, all of your dreams, physically and spiritually in the spiritual realm. Make sure that you're writing everything down, as this is where prophecies are fulfilled. We're going to see a lot of things transpire in these next 6 months that were prophesied about. Yeah, as the wind starts to blow. And my ears are ringing so loud. Like, they have not stopped ringing, y'all. So, how y'all feeling? How is Tribe feeling? I came here to tap in with y'all. How y'all feeling right now? Right? How have y'all been feeling all this week? Energetically, spiritually, emotionally, right? As the chats come in, I've been feeling like I'm not entertaining no BS. I'm not lowering my vibration for nothing. I can't even go back and forth with somebody, right? If you're not raising your frequency and raising your vibration, then you kind of getting left behind. Like, we on the up and up, you know? You said greetings, my ears have been ringing. Yeah, right? And what is ringing of the ears, right? The ringing, right? Ringing, the phone ringing, you being called spiritually, right? I'm also getting like attunement, right? That high chime, that angel chime, right? We're being called, we're being tuned to a higher frequency, like a tuning fork, right? The divine is tuning us into a higher frequency. That's why our ears are ringing, right? So a lot of our gifts, peace, Top Cat. Peace. Shout out to Top Cat. Okay. Big Chief. Gratitude for all the work that you do. Shout out to all the master teachers, all the ascended masters that paved the way for us, right? Because we wouldn't be able to do what we're doing now if they didn't pave the way, right? If they didn't kick down the door for us to walk through. So shout out to all of the master teachers and master students. Okay. So yeah, we're being tuned into a higher frequency right now. Right? That is the ringing of the ears. We're being tuned to a higher frequency to communicate with our higher selves at this time. Cause I don't know, like I said, my ears been ringing all week, and it ain't no tendonitis. I don't know what these doctors, right? They crazy. They crazy, y'all. But this is something spiritual that is happening that the collective can feel. What else did y'all say in the chat? Let me see. Right, you said the wind starts to blow. The wind blew through my kitchen window. Yeah. It's when things are being blown away. Things are shifting. This is a shift, right? Literally, when we move into that summer solstice, that is a global shift that we all can feel, right? The sun is shining, it's brighter, it's, time to go outside, it's time to get outside, right? And ground ourselves and be one with nature, get in nature, right? And just sit in the sun and give gratitude for the sun, give gratitude for the wind, gratitude for the water, right? Gratitude for the air, right? If we don't have air, if we don't breathe in air, we lose consciousness. So we have to give gratitude for the small things, right? Because somebody didn't wake up today. Somebody's not able today. So always stay in that frequency of gratitude and abundance and being thankful and grateful, right? That is the gift to abundance. That is a gift to higher realms. Just being in gratitude, being thankful, like it's really so easy. But right, we get so caught up in the negative things, right? The drama, the trauma, right? Then these things weigh us down. When we gotta shift our perspective so we can stay above the BS at this time. Okay? Peace to the collective. Peace, peace. You said I feel lighter. Yeah, you said I feel lighter energy today. Yeah, like it's almost like we floating, like we levitating. I feel like I've been levitating all day today. Like as light as a feather. That's why I want my feather today. I'm like, ooh, my heart feel as light as a feather. I feel light as a feather, right? Because we didn't cleanse, we didn't purge, we didn't release. We let go of anything that is not of a higher vibration. We let go of anything that is not lifted up our spirits. It's not pouring into us as we're pouring into it, right? It got to be this receptivity, right? It got to be reciprocity, reciprocated, right? Like I said, as we are loving and open beings, right? We love to give, right? But we just can't give because somebody will take. No, we need reciprocity. It has to be someone pouring into me just as much as I'm pouring into them. Right? So all of these experiences that we had in the past, right? Because a lot of us had some crazy past relationships, crazy past experiences. All of those things happened so you could have the knowledge and the wisdom that you have today. Right? So don't think of it like, oh, why did I go through that? So you could know not what to do to get in that situation again, right? It's like touching the stove. You don't want to touch the stove again because you know it's hot. It's no more curiosity. I wonder. There ain't no more wondering. You know now. Don't touch that stove, girl, because you're going to get burned. All right? Ain't no doubt about it. You had to have that experience to be where you're at today. To know what you know today, right? Right. Somebody said they want to call it tendonitis for that money. That's all they care about, right? We in a corporation. We already know what time it is. We in big court. They want big money. That's why we got to continue to question everything and do our research, right? So we don't think. We think, no, we got to know. We in a time where we got to know. And how do you know? You got to research and have experiences. Let me see what else y'all said. You said my ears been ringing. Damn, everybody ears been ringing. Everybody ears is ringing. Are you serious? I'm like, how y'all feeling? You're like, girl, my ears been ringing too. Like, yo, my ears are ringing so loud I can't hear anything but ringing. Um, Let me see. I feel joy. I feel bliss. I feel vitalized, focused, and centered. Yes. You said I feel very tranquil and at ease. Oh, this is beautiful. Yes, been plugging up the holes and stopping the leaks and using the energy to connect and express all parts of myself unapologetically with grace. Yes, James. Okay. That's what it's about. It's about tapping into our peace, our wholeness, our bliss, freedom, our joy, and not letting anything, anyone, not even ourselves, take us out of that frequency. This is our time to cultivate our peace, cultivate our energy, and pour into ourselves to make sure our cup is full. That way our cup runneth over, right? And we're able to pour into whatever else we want to pour into. I love that. It's a very beautiful and blissful energy and experience to be in right now. If you've been doing the work, especially if you've been doing the work, right? You're not confused about anything. You already know what time it is, right? And we still got more work to do, yeah. But if you here at this moment right now, you've been doing a lot of internal work, right? You've been doing a lot of physical work, being a boots on the ground for real, like getting things done, to be in this place, in this space where you can sit in peace with yourself, right? No more self-sabotaging energy, right? That's me. I overthink. I'm self-sabotaging. Oh, what if, uh, uh, get the opportunity. I messed it up. Overthinking, self-sabotaging. Not anymore. That was last season. That was the last cycle. Now I know who I am now. I'm tapped in. I'm one with source now. I'm tapped in with the tribe now. Right? So it's no more second guessing. I know. Right? And we here to be the light. We are the light. We are divine. We are a divine, pure channel of light. The more we tap into our authentic expression and our true essence, which is love, right? Sharing the love with those who share the love with us. And we able to spot out the vampires. Yeah, the energetic vampires. Get out of here with that. Deuces, right? Because we've been there, done that. That comes from those experiences that we learned. Okay? Let me see what else y'all talking about in here. Yes, you said the sun is trying to tell us something. Well, the sun is purifying us. This is the purification period, right? The summer solstice, the sun at the equator in the middle, right? In the center, focused, illuminating things, things coming to the light, things being purified, right? So this is where things get exposed, right? Exposure. The more you focus on it, the more attention you go to it, the more energy is being conjured up, right? That is the currency, your energy, your focus, your attention. So whatever you're paying attention to, that's what the energy is going to be. That is kind of like whatever you pour into, it comes back to you. Whatever you do comes back to you tenfold, right? So whatever you're investing in, that's what you're going to get back, right? So that's kind of like what the sun is giving me right now. It's a lot of purification. This is a season of purification, right? As we get ready for this harvest season, because this harvest season is going to be a big one. And the divine doesn't want us to go into this harvest season, this next season, with all of these old things, these old crops, these weeds that no longer serve us. We need to be clear, we need to be pure, we need to be focused so that we can receive what it is that the divine is trying to gift us at this time. You said what? You said you came in to check the what? I came in to check out the vibes. I like it. It's very cozy. Yes, shout out to the show tribe. You know this is a safe place, right? This is where we can congregate and chop it up and talk about whatever, right? From spirituality to consciousness to math to aliens to growing fruit, right? To detoxing to purging to exes to whatever it is y'all want to talk about. This is a safe place. It ain't no judgment here. I ain't judging nobody, right? We've been there, done that. We grown, we elevated, we learning, right? And this is all about the collective, right? As we grow, as we mature, as we learn, right? We're not here to cast judgment on nobody. That's not my place, right? I didn't come here for that. You could take that up with the creator when you get there, okay? That ain't my place to be judging nobody, right? We here to learn. We're here to have an experience. I feel like as these spirits in this vessel, we came here to experience life through different lenses so that way the source can gain a different perception through different lenses. And I hope that makes sense, but I really feel like that's what it is. That's why it's so many different people, because source wants to experience life through different lenses, right? Because we are made of the image of God, of the Most High, right? But we all have different experiences. And there is a group of us, right? Soulmate, soul tribe, right? We all have the same goals, the same aspirations, right? And that's where that, vibe is tribe. Tribe is a vibe, right? Come in. But I really feel like it's a collective consciousness that is rising, right? And I kind of figured that out with this Uranus going into Gemini, because Uranus is the collective and Gemini is consciousness. So this is all about the collective consciousness rising, going up, transmuting, transcending, tapping in. But how does that happen? There has to be a revolution. There has to be a cleansing. There has to be a cleanup crew, right? And who gonna do the dirty work? We gotta do the dirty work. We gotta clean it up, right? Somebody gotta do the dishes. Who gonna do it? I'm not about to let them pile up. Okay, we gotta get in there and get our hands dirty and do the work. Do that shadow work. Get it done. Knock it out. So you can receive the best benefits that the divine is trying to give you right now. It's unlimited possibilities. It's up to you. You co-creating with the divine, right? You a co-creator. You a god. You a goddess, right? Well, you can't play victim when all this bad stuff start happening. No, alchemize it, right? Alchemize your environment. As we are reflections of things that are coming to us, right? We're attracting these things for a reason, and it's about what you allow as well. Oh, I keep getting this negative karmic cycle partner. Well, what is it about you that keeps attracting this negative? Why are you allowing that in your energy? You're allowing it. So there's something that needs to shift in your vibration. There's something that needs to shift in your energy so you're not attracting that anymore, right? And then if you keep, let's say, because the divine likes to test us. The divine gonna test you. Universe gonna test you. I don't care what nobody like to say. That's just how it works. There's always polarity. You want better. You want greater. Okay. So it's like soon as you say, "Oh, I'm gonna detox. I'm gonna go fast. I'm about to eat fruits and vegetables all week." What's the first thing that's gonna happen? Hey, you want to go out to eat? It's a new steakhouse that just opened up. It's all on me. You trying to come? Ah, I got some tiramisu. I just got some. Oh, damn! I love tiramisu. It's my favorite. Right? Spirit gonna test you as soon as you say something. All right, you said you gonna start working out, right? You say you're gonna start eating healthier, right? How disciplined are you? This all goes back to discipline. This all goes back to willpower, right? As we are in the realm of free will, but the divine loves when you have discipline. That's like the divine love language is discipline in the realm of free will. You said, hold up. I thought you said Gemini. Yes, Uranus goes into Uranus because ain't nothing in my anus. Uranus. No, Uranus or Uranus. Okay? Uranus is in Gemini right now, you guys. Like I said, I did a whole thorough breakdown on this energy. This energy is not nothing to play with. This ain't for the weak. And if you've been on this journey, you know this journey is not for the weak. Okay? You can't be no sucker. You can't be no punk. If you're out here on the front line, if you're really a spiritual warrior, you got to be on the front line. I told this to somebody the other day. You got to be willing to die for it. This ain't for no suckers. This ain't about no play. You gotta walk it like you talk it. Okay, that's a whole nother story. But this energy is not to be played with. Especially spiritual energy. Ooh wee. The divine about his chosen ones, about his kids, that mother, that big mama about her kids. Don't play. So play around with us. Play around with it if you want to. That karma will come around and get you. It ain't no joke. I've seen it happen in real life instantly. All right, we watching it play out right now. Okay? Them little Caucasian girls on that boat trying to play around with big mama energy. And no disrespect, because like I said, it's not about your skin, right? It's about your heart. It's about your soul. It's about your essence, right? If you're operating from integrity, from love and grace, then you will be sealed. You will be covered. You will be spared. But if you operate on what they like to say, demon time, don't be afraid when them demons come for your ass, because you playing around with some stuff you really don't even know what you're getting into. Okay, that's why we like to operate from love and light over here. I operate from love and light. I ain't playing around, right? Only demons I'm messing with is my own. I'm checking my own, right? I'm mastering my own shadow. I'm mastering my own ego. I'm doing it self-work, right? And when it's time to rah like a dungeon dragon, I let him out. Yeah, okay. It's time to play. Right? That's a whole, it's levels. Okay, don't get me started. It's time to turn up, we turn up, right? But when it's time to do the work, we do the work. When it's time to play, we play. It's a balance, right? Balancing of those scales, right? You gotta know when it's time to turn it on is when it's time to turn it off. Okay. What else y'all done said in this chat? I see the chat moving. You said you are your own cleanup crew. Everyone must do their own internal work. Exactly, Fred. Exactly. These people, and that's a whole nother thing when it comes to relationships. That's why a lot of relationships don't work, because people still have a lot of internal work that needs to be done that the other person can't do for them. You have to do that work for yourself, right? You got to do your internal work. You got to do that shadow work, that inner child work. Otherwise, it comes out in different ways, right? That's like you suppressing. You can't suppress certain things because it comes out in different ways. That's when you're passive aggressive, right? When you're angry, when you're doing certain things and it just, I don't know, then you just crying for no reason. You angry for no reason. No, you got something underneath all of these layers you need to deep dive into to clear it out, right? That's why on top of that mountain, it was such a powerful thing, because we was on top of that mountain yelling, screaming, crying, just releasing, cheering, laughing, praying, meditating. It was beautiful, right? So I suggest everybody to, do whatever your spirit is calling you to do, right? If it's go for a walk, if it's yell in the woods, if it's crying, if it's exercising, if it's drawing, tap into that energy and listen to your body, listen to your spirit, listen to your soul, because it's calling you and telling you to do something for a reason, right? It may not make sense now, but it will later on in the future, right? So just listen to that and see where it takes you, see where it guides you, because your spirit is guiding you somewhere. You just have to trust it and allow it to do its part, because it's not up for us to know every step, everything, every direction, right? We could plan for the future, but what they like to say, you want to make God laugh, tell him your plans, right? So you just got to trust that you are walking in the divine light, walking on your divine path, and everything is going to fall in divine place for you, in divine timing. Okay, let me see what else y'all have said in here. Why is the divine feminine resistant to fully tap into their own sexual energy? Ooh, that's a good question. I feel like it's levels to that, right? Because you can't say all divine feminine, right? You could say some. Why are some divine feminine resistant, right? Because I'm pretty sure every divine feminine on in his chat room right now is tapped into their divine feminine essence, right? People who are on a high level frequency are that doesn't apply to them. I had to tell this to one of my friends the other day, because she was going in on Dr. Phil, like, why does Dr. Phil always say that there's feminine, that they ain't shit, and I said, he's not talking to the higher level divine feminine. He's talking to divine feminine that don't know that they're divine. He's talking to the divine feminine who has not done the work. He's talking to the divine feminine that does not honor the divine masculine. And she was like, oh. I said, yeah, you have to check your ego, because we like to get in our ego about certain things. But that's something within us that needs to be addressed, right? There's still a part of you that resonates with, right? If you feel that way, right? What they say, only hit dogs bark, right? So I feel like the lower level consciousness of the divine feminine or women who have not tapped into their essence because they don't truly know who they are. They have not done the work. There is a lot of trauma within the women, within the community, within the men, within the family, within the land, right? I can't even go deep into this because they'll flag the video, right? But there's levels to the trauma that happened universally, globally, on the earth, on the land that you're on right now, on the ground that you're standing on right now, right? There's burial sites, right? There's trauma within your bloodline, within your blood, within your DNA, right? Generational trauma. And then there's also things that you experience as a person. So it's so many layers and there's so many cycles of healing that needs to be done, right? That's why I feel like the divine feminine has what? Because I didn't forgot the question, y'all. Y'all see, somebody pull me back on track. Okay, I need to be pulled back on track. Sometimes I get lost. I get lost in energy. What did you say? Why the divine feminine is resistant to fully tapping into their sexual energy. Yeah, so that's why. It's still a lot of healing and trauma that needs to be addressed. But if you've been doing the work, you have no problem tapping into your sexual energy, regardless of what you've been through in the past. You know, I could talk about this because we've all been through some things, right? Let's keep it real. We've all been through some things, right? Trauma, drama, inner child wounds, right? Generational things, ancestral things, right? But I've done the work. So I don't have no problem speaking from my sexual essence because I've healed a lot. So I can tap into my sexual energy. Yeah, I can come out and be free and be in that essence without questioning or doubting, and using that energy to manifest whatever I want to manifest, because I know I am attracting my highest light and my highest desire at this time. And I don't like to get in my ego, but baby, your girl got it, and that's it, and that's it, and that's all. Okay, and that's all I'm gonna say. Okay, your girl's very confident, but I don't like to get in my ego about it, because what's understood doesn't need to be said, right? And I could will in and pull in whatever it is that I want. That's how you operate from your sexual energy. Your sexual energy doesn't need to be naked and twerking and having sexual relations with everybody, right? You could be celibate and pull in all type of abundance and cultivate that energy in different ways, aka Tassili making her raw thing when she was going through a 2 year celibacy, and so she put that energy into her Mandingo raps, her Punani raps. Okay, so there's different ways to cultivate sexual energy, and you can't do to do. Ain't nothing wrong with doing to do. Okay, that's how you create worlds. That's how you create star seeds, right? The act of creation. That's really, that's one of the only true ways, one of the only ways that you can tap into divine bliss, right? That state of orgasm, that state of orgasmic bliss. That's creator energy, right? And when you're in that energy, you can manifest whatever you want. You can bring a whole child into this world. That is powerful. That is one of the most powerful portals ever. So that's why it's very essential to heal yourself, because a lot of people are tapping into that energy and they still have trauma that is not addressed. And so they get scared, people leave. It's all type of shit that go on with that. There's so many layers to sexual energy, right? Some people abuse it, some people misuse it, right? Some people they careless with it. Some people are preserved. Some people magicians, and they use that energy crazy. Like, I'm what is that? That chi, that energy, right? So it's different ways of cultivating sexual energy. It is just not divine feminine, it's divine masculine as well, because you guys hold the charge, you guys hold the spark to life. We hold the seed, we hold the egg, but y'all got the spark. So we need both. That divine union, that divine essence. That's why we got to come together, literally, pun intended. We got to come together, okay? Did you hear what I said? I digress. Now I digress. Let me see what else you said. Right? Don't y'all come on now. Cause if you know, you know, your girl, I'm a whole Gemini. I be silly as hell, but I be serious as hell too. Look, they say she on the spectrum. They on the spectrum. Whatever. I don't care. I'm on both sides of the spectrum. How about that? How about that one? Catch me outside. Let me see. Oh wow, I just seen a funny ass comment I'm gonna get to in a second. Why is it divine? Thank you so much for that question, Antonio. I feel like that's, yeah, sexual energy can go both ways. And it just needs to be, there's healed and healing sexual energy and unhealed manipulative sexual energy. So I hope that answered your question, or at least give you my perspective on it. Because a wise man knows that he knows nothing at all, right? I don't know it all, and I don't pretend to be. I'm just giving you my perspective, and I hope it gives you confirmation and clarity. Ooh, that was a bar, okay? Did y'all hear the bar? Big Mama don't play. Yep, don't mess with the chosen ones. Absolutely. You said Diamond is about to start cooking. I appreciate you, Seth. I appreciate you. You already know. Once I start getting that flow, it's a wrap. Okay. Has anyone ever told you resemble Tyra Banks? That's hella funny. I know I got a big ass forehead. I know my forehead big. You ain't gotta say my forehead big in a nice way. I appreciate the compliment. Spirit said, Diamond, just take the compliment. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I told y'all I don't like to get in my ego. Don't get me in my ego on here. This is about the collective. Okay? And that's how we all got here. Thank you. Hello. Hello. If it wasn't for the act of creation, none of us would be here. All right. Who said that? Let me go back. Yeah. M. Blackcord. Yes. Celibacy is not sale, but a exactly. Holla if you hear me. Okay. Rise in righteousness. Diamond God. I appreciate y'all. Yes. Thank you so much. Y'all are beautiful. I love y'all so much. Yeah, I just came on here just to really talk about this quantum leap we're going through. Right? The energy has shifted. It's resonating within all of us. It's resonating globally, universally. Be mindful and show compassion for those around you. Protect your energy, protect your crown, protect your peace. Um, and yeah, I feel like that's like the main thing, because we about to see a lot of things change. We about to see a lot of things around us change. A lot of people are about to change as we are changing, and we have to be aware of that. And show compassion and show ourselves grace and show ourselves love as well, right? And listen to ourselves, listen to our bodies, listen to our cells. Ooh, Spirit says cells, 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 cells. Like the cells, like our DNA. Listen to ourselves, right? As this is a intercellular thing and transformation that is happening within all of us. So we have to give ourselves grace, have patience with yourself, have patience with the things that you want as those things are coming to you. You said what you say? Y'all messing up. Hold on, wait. Let me have patience with the things that are coming to you, right? Because if you worked hard for it and if it's truly yours, it can never be lost. It's coming to you. Have patience. It will come to you in divine timing. Okay? But with this quantum leap, if you are aligned, you're already seeing things come to you fast. Everything that you want is happening fast. Okay? And I say that from experience. While I was on Stone Mountain, everything that I wanted over these past 7 years collapsed and happened like that. Everything. And it was a beautiful, overwhelming experience. But the timelines collapsed. Everything that I wanted was given to me in that exact moment, in that exact time. And I'm seeing things transpire right now. It's still this domino effect. It's still this ripple effect, this butterfly effect of things that are coming to me. So whatever work that you've been putting in, whatever project you're working on, there is opportunities of abundance that is coming to you. Whatever you invested in, whatever seeds you have planted. Okay? Have patience, because it is all coming to you. There's more gifts, there's more abundance, there's more doors, there's more opportunities, there's more people, there's more gold. This is just the beginning, right? And yeah, it's going to be bad, but it has to be bad for it to be good, right? There has to be chaos for the order, right? But that's why we're getting things together right now, because we are the order. Okay? I love y'all. Did y'all have any more questions before I get off this live? I gotta go outside. The nature is calling me. The birds are chirping. The sky is clear. It ain't one cloud in the sky. Spirit was like, girl, and after you get off this live, go for a walk by the water. Okay? Go get some water. Okay? Was there any more questions? And I love y'all so much. Thank y'all so much for being here with me and just sharing space and sharing energy and giving me y'all perspectives on things as y'all enlighten me as we have these type of interactions, right? I'm learning and I'm gaining information just like you guys are learning and you guys are gaining information, right? So I thank y'all. Okay. We're born spirit and live by faith. Yes, absolutely. It is time to completely let go of those folks that are vibrating on our frequency. Is it time to truly let go of people? I say love them from a distance, right? Love them from a distance. You and that's up to you. You have to do what your spirit is telling you to do. Um this is something I stand firm on. If it's something toxic, if it's something that's harming you, cut I'm about to cuss. Cut it off completely, right? It's like poison, toxic, poison, cancer, right? If it's anything that's causing you harm, if it's anything that's being toxic, if it's anything that's weighing you down energetically, spiritually, mentally, physically, sexually, emotionally, cut it off. Ain't no sugarcoating it. Why would you keep eating rat poison if it's making you sick? Okay? Now, if this is someone who is just not on the frequency yet, if you see them trying, right, trying to elevate, trying to do the work, they're not quite there yet, you can love it from a distance. You ain't got to cut them off completely, but it's levels, right? If it's toxic, if it's bad, if it's negative, if you get that gut feeling, if you feel sick, sometimes I get around people, I feel physically sick. I can't even fuck with you. I can't, excuse me, I can't even be around you for real, for real. Okay? So do what resonates for you. You have to listen to your spirit, right? If you feel like you need to cut them off, cut them off. My thing is I give people 3 chances. Somebody said that's 3 too many. Somebody told me you too nice. People get 1 chance. I would give people 3 chances. You get 1 time to be too negative, low vibrational. All right, maybe you was going through something that day, right? Second time, maybe I'm going through something I don't feel like being bothered, and you just irritating. The third time, nah. 3 strikes you out, buddy. All right? So that's how I like to do it. Do what works for you. Okay? I hope that answers your question. Like spirits is one Holy Spirit and more or less. Holy Spirit in no more or less. Yes, 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 exactly. Yes. Yes, we are one spirit. Exactly. Exactly. Divine timing at the Goddess Nudiamonds. I appreciate you. Um, that's what's coming through these full moons on Thursday timelines. Yes, timelines collapsing. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm gonna do a breakdown on that. But this is the start of that as we are in Cancer season, right? And Cancer is a water. Cancer is a divine mother. Cancer is also a cardinal water. So that's beginning of purification of information, right? And that's the sun in Cancer, right? So that's the fire in the water. But the moon is in Capricorn, and Capricorn is the father, is discipline, right? So it's illuminating things and bringing things to the forefront that need to be seen, that needs to be illuminated for things for you to work on. And if you already done the work, things are going to be in divine alignment for you to receive. This is going to be the start of that. This is that season. Like a lot of people thought last year was the abundant season. It's no, that was for you to get your shit together last year. And if you got it together last year, this is the birth of that in the 9 year. The birth, right? The 9. But it's also labor pains when it comes to birth, right? The contractions, right? Then it's the pushing. Then it's the pain. Then it's the pleasure. Then it's the joy. Then it's the bliss, right? All right now. So that's that energy for you. The full moon. I'll tap into a reading on that later. Probably in 2 days. Wait, what's today? Today the 6th, the 7th. I'll probably do it tomorrow and post it on the 8th. Um, a huge tree for the collective, absolutely. Hug a tree for the collective, exactly. Yes, hug a tree. Yes, thank you, beautiful lady. Thank you. I appreciate you. A portal of new beginnings for us to climb new mountains, absolutely. Peace, love, and light. Peace, love, and light. Many blessings to you all. Cuss words are words that are meant to be spoken. I appreciate you. Bobby him and always curse. I appreciate it. Yes, he did. Invoking the spirits too. Serious portal, absolutely. Don't be afraid to cuss. Let it flow. Tap in. I know. I just, when it comes out, it comes out. But I like to have a little self control. I can articulate myself with better words. But sometimes it's necessary, right? You have to be authentic self on your journey. Absolutely. That's what this is about. And we're tapping into a new elevated sense of self as we are all growing and evolving. Okay? I love y'all so much. I thank y'all so much for joining this live with me. We have most definitely quantum leaped, you guys. Everybody talking about their ears ringing. My ears been ringing all week. Okay, the Schumann resonance. We're watching as the earth transforms. Okay. You said the sun is calling you, sending you much love. I appreciate you. Yeah. Y'all get outside and ground yourself. If it's raining, meditate. All right. Cut on, do something. Tap into your inner child. Do something to make your inner child happy. All right. We in those times where we got to cultivate our own peace with all the chaos around us. Right. We can't get sucked into that. We got to create our own sacred solitude. Right. And that's what I'm going to leave y'all with. Create your own heaven on earth. Create your own peace. Create your own joy. As we are master manifestors and we are able to create whatever reality we want with our minds. Okay? So peace, wholeness, love, and light. I catch y'all on the next one. I thank y'all so much. And yeah, love y'all.